Hello everyone. Today we're making some crafts. I've made this one here just now with the new dough I made, or the new clay I made. So the recipe I used today was that I used glue in mine today. So um, hopefully it holds together better than the other one did. That one that I did there, the one is all crumbled, but the other ones are fine still. And then I made this with that and just broke today. So the other one I did, it wasn't really good clay. But so I looked up some other clays that you can do crafting clay and stuff. Some really good sculpturing clay that you can make at home. So I went and bought some baking soda, more baking soda. I put baking soda, uh, cornstarch, oil, a little bit of lemon juice for preserving, and then I put glue. So like yeah, so school glue and whatever. So that's what I did, and I've got this here. So hopefully it will be better. And now I'm going to go get the dough because I left it sitting for a bit so it can dry. And I also got myself some tools after I figured out how to put it together. They don't come from this tool. Does not come with any directions on how to put it together. But anyways, there's a lot of little things, so that'll be a lot easier. Hey, girl. Hey, I should have came on StreamYard. I didn't know anybody was going to come and join me, so I didn't even know because every time I go on StreamYard, nobody comes to join me. So I just figure I'll just do on here. Then I'll never get anything done. But do you want to see? Want to see what I did already? I made some cool things already. So I made this little, it could be like a sea star, like a fish. What do they call it? Sea star, water star, whatever. Or it can be like the star. But anyways, there's a penny in there. I glued a penny in there, and then I've already burnt one incense on there. But this is I made the mark for see how there's like the octagon shape. It's for the mark for my incense. So I'm making these so when I do make my incense, and I can sell these with my incense, so you guys can have something to put the incense on. So I've gonna probably make some hearts and some other things too. But here's the star that I made. And I also made this little cool shell. It's got my pearls in it. But anyways, this cool little shell. I'm gonna have to paint it one more time. But I did put Mod Podge on it to make the shiny coat. And you can see kind of like the lines of the shell in there. But yeah, so I made that shell. Made that the other day, so they're pretty much dry. And then I made these things right here. I'm so proud of this one thing though. I hope this will. This is kind of like a coaster. I might once I paint it and everything and it's dry. This is like a yin yang poster. I mean coaster. So once I'm done it, I might get some epoxy resin and put it inside of epoxy resin, and that's gonna like keep it forever, right? So I might do these and put epoxy resin around them yet, so that way we'll seal them. And so I got that one. Um, this one here, it was supposed to be a little candle holder, but it kind of broke. And I think the dog, when I went up to the dollar store to get some glue and stuff, I think the dog jumped on the bed, and it was probably Bailey because she likes to come in my room when I'm not here if I don't close the door. But so I put a little teddy bear in there. It's a little bit wacky. Teddy's a little hiding in he's kind of hiding in the cave there. So anyways, this is a wacky one. I might put some other things around it after with my other dough. Got the wacky one. Um, and then I don't even know. It might crumble all together, and then it might be a fail. Who knows? Whatever. I like doing this anyway. So then I made this cool little. See, all of my things that I make are multi-purposes, right? So this one here has a hole for the candle holder for the long one right there in the ceiling. So it's like the chimney can smoke. And then it's got on top of it, it's got for um, the same as this one for the other incense. You like the little house? See the little details? That's my house. I'm gonna build it. This is literally made from like a cookie cutter, and then I just did 2 cookie cutters and put them together, so it's a little wider. And then I put it on a flat surface. I made the flat surface, and then it was a little lopsided, so I put this little kind of like it's going to be grass, so that's going to be like grass, and then I put a little window. So this can be my garage, my this can be my garage, my plant room, and my craft room, and then up here is where I'm gonna live. And then up here is gonna be my little attic where I'm gonna do my readings. See, there's my house. Okay, so my soulmate out there can start building my house now. There you go. You love it? It's cute. I do too. But yeah, there's my new house. I like it. I like it. Now we can put some trees around it and stuff like that too. Like some landscaping. All right, so now we're just gonna put this away. And then I made this one yesterday too. It's a prayer leaf. It's from a prayer plant. I actually cut off a leaf from my prayer plant to do this. So there's a leaf in there, and then it also has a little incense holder, and I put it in a bowl so it can curve like that. And so once it's done, if it doesn't stay sitting, then I'm going to put a little bottom piece on it. So yeah, the leaf is still on there and stuff. I'm afraid to take it out yet because it's still wet. You can see it's still wet. But anyways, we are going to go get it right now. I'm going to go get my dough. And then we're going to start playing because I already did this one here with the new dough. And I also have, from yesterday still, I have all my stuff in here. So I got some dye so we can put them different colors. And I also got some different cookie cutters and things. This is what I made the grass with. This is like, it's got ridges. And then I got my little sculpture. That up there. And then I got a paintbrush and another paintbrush. And if I'm gonna make a little pot, I got this. And I got my little roller. And here's my star I've been using, my cookie cutter star. All right, put that over here. I'm gonna go right back and go get the dough. Okay, so my reading desk is gonna be very dirty after I'm done this. Oh, there's JB. I got some oil so it doesn't stick. If it gets sticky, you can use oil, or you can use some more starch. I'm going to actually move some stuff so I don't wreck anything. I don't wreck anything. We're going to put that there. And my broken one over there. How's it going? Hey, Echo, everybody. Hello, hello. Sorry, I'm wearing a short shirt today. And my coffee, I need a new coffee because this coffee was already from this morning, so it was a little dark. And then I had no sugar this morning, so I had my first coffee I had this morning, no sugar. So this dough is now, it's still warm, but I've been cooling it. But yeah, it's not sticky at all. I had to cook it a little bit. Well, you know, you have to cook it for like 4 minutes. It's very soft right now, but it's not sticking. So it's like very soft. I'm going to have to go get a paper towel to put the paper towel on top so it doesn't dry out. It will dry out. What's everybody doing today? What do you got going on? I haven't seen you in a while, JB. Smack that. What does that sound like? Smack that. All on the floor. Smack that. Give me some more. Smack that. Just kidding. Oh, got a song in my head. All right. Stop playing. Wait, it's fun. What am I going to do? What am I going to make, you guys? What do you want me to make? Smack down? All on the floor. Smack that. I guess that's supposed to be on you. I should be called Crafto. Crafto, because it ain't Play-Doh. It is Play-Doh. It's homemade Play-Doh. It is. It is so homemade Play-Doh. This one has no, like this one has just baking soda, baking powder, and glue. And the reason this one's going to work really well is because it's got the glue in it. And it's really smooth because of the baking soda and the baking powder. I mean, not the baking powder, starch. I said baking powder, right? I meant starch. Cornstarch. Okay, we got to stop playing, and then we got to stop playing. Okay, so what you want to do before you start playing with it, you got to get your hands a little oily. You can't have dry hands doing this. Your hands, it'll stick to your hands if your hands are, or you can wear gloves too, but I ain't going to wear gloves. If my hands get colored and I want to do something colored, instead of painting it later, let's make another. I'm going to attempt to make another little, one of these, okay? Let's attempt to make another one. Okay. So I think it's this one over here. So I think it's the right size. Well, that's a little bit bigger. Is it this one? It's exactly this size. So we're I'm going to put this one on there, and then we're going to do this, and then maybe it's got to be this one. Now I'm going to do this one because we got to have a little room in there. I'm going to do this one, and then I'm just going to make a little thing that go around it. And we're not going to do it what I did last time, try to sculpt it around, but I'm just going to do the bottom first and then put the side around there. That's how we're going to do it. All right, so we're just going to grab some dough. I'm going to use see, it's very, very wet, kind of. Well, yeah, it's very easy it's so soft. It's kind of like, I don't know, what's it feel like? This is a good thing to do. It's like really good therapy to do like stuff like this. I was trying to get my son to come and help me, and he's like, I'm not into that. I'm like, well, you know, it's very fun. It's fun play because, you know, when I tell you guys when we're doing readings and I tell you guys do something that you did when you were a kid or whatever, or even things that you couldn't do when you were a kid and you wish you could have done, right? That can be something too, right? So I'm just cooling it down a little bit right now, but it's not hot. It's just so warm. I'm gonna put a cloth on here so I don't want to dry it out. But when I was a kid, when I was at school, there was never enough time to just play or color or any of that fun stuff. Like it was all serious stuff every time at school. And so I think that's why I like it so much now since I'm an adult, because now I can decide to do it and I don't need to ask nobody permission, right? You know what I'm saying? Kind of like that. Okay, so let me go grab something to put over that. Yeah, I would love to get into the woodworking more. If I knew more, if I got into the woodworking more, I would have already had my camper done. You know what I like? I wouldn't be in the position I am right now with my camper if I knew how to do woodworking better. So I just put some water, wet it, and I'm gonna put this on here because we don't want it drying out. All right, let's see what we can do with this. And if you wanted the dough to be a little bit more tougher, you just add a little bit more starch, and you just mix it in. See, it's get all over. When was a kid? When you were a kid, I threw Play-Doh at the ceiling, and it got stuck until my parents eventually had to repaint the ceiling. Haha. Hey, we could try to see if it works. This place needs to be painted. And even if I move out of this place, I still want them to paint it before I leave. Because I want to leave a place nice. I don't want to leave a place how it is. Like, you know what I mean? With the walls and stuff. I've been here for 5 years, almost 5 years, and they need to give me new paint because it's law. And so I'm going to ask them for it, and I'm not going to beg. I'm just going to tell them it's time to give me paint. I don't know what we're going to do, what we're going to make. It's like, I don't know. I got to find one that I like. I like the way this one feels. Let's get. What color do you want me to make this one? Let's make it colorful. Let's put some color in it. But my table might get color, but that's okay. Not worried about this table. We got green, blue, or yellow, or red. I don't know where the other color is. Where's my other color? Okay, so we got, I don't know where I put the other one because it didn't have a top on it, so I don't know. Put it somewhere where it wouldn't spill. I don't know where now. Okay, I don't know. Okay, what color? Does it have plaster as an ingredient? Nope, not at all. That's glue. It has like school glue. And then, I also put a little bit of salt and a little bit of lemon juice just for preserving. So it's still pretty wet. I was just thinking, I made a hand too. Oh, it's probably in the other room still. Where did I put the hand that I made? I made a hand yesterday too. Made a hand. Oh, I made a hand. I made a hand. And I made another little plant leaf. I forgot about these. I made a hand yesterday too. Look. I made a hand, and I also made this other leaf in there. I forgot about that. I'm like, I made something else. Yeah, I put my handprint in there. It's my handprint. Yep. And I also made, I'm going to make a, maybe I'll make a moon. I'm going to make a marble moon. All right. Look at this. It's like fun. Pretty stretchy because of the glue. And it's air dry, so I can put it in my dehydrator too and just put it on low. That's why I had them on yesterday a little bit, but I think I just want to let them naturally dry. Okay, let's go. Did you guys tell me what color? I'm waiting. I'm being immature. Okay, let's just do it. I'm just gonna put some red in. Oh, I was gonna make a little Canadian flag yesterday. Let's make a little Canadian flag. All right, let's do it. I got my little square one. We're gonna make a Canadian flag. I just use my cards so it doesn't stick on this. Okay, so we need some white. We're going to leave a little bit of white in the middle. We need a little bit of white. So we're going to put that white over there, and then we're going to mix this one in red. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so I'm going to have to make my little leaf. I don't know if I want to make the maple leaf or if I want to do a pot leaf. Or just a heart in the middle. Or a star. I don't know. When you're doing crafts, you can make anything, right? Oh, look at all the blood. The vampire blood. That vampire blood. Hey, Sharon. I'm being a child and I'm playing. And I'm putting some red in this. And I try not to get it on my hands, because then everybody will think I cut myself. Ah, it's okay. It's inevitable. Whatever. It's inevitable. It will come off. It's only food coloring. All right, let's mix it up. A little marbly. I like the marbly. The marbly. It still feels wet. If I might want to put a little bit more stuff on it. That stuff on there after. Put my little bit more color. I don't always share what I do, but like it's sometimes too much work to get everything set up by the time I think about it. So when I'm not doing readings, I am always doing something. Okay, we're going to put some more color. It's only pink right now. We're going to put a lot more color. I was telling my sister, my sister's daughters, I'm like, when are you coming over to craft with me? Come over and craft with Auntie. Ah, look at my hands. Ah! Okay, so when it gets a little sticky like it is right now, I just got to put a little bit of oil on my hands, and it's sticky because of the color. And then when you put the oil in, it just like it's like kind of like, you know, like that fun foam, whatever you want to call it. I was looking at the dollar store. I was looking at the Play-Doh and clay and stuff, and I was like, too much money there. And when you make your own, you can kind of make whatever you want. You can make it however you want. You make it your own style. There's lots of different recipes online, and that's why I found these ones too. Is online. It's why is it not like I need more? I need more color in this. This is only pink right now. Need to make more color, and you can add the color when you're actually making the dough. And I will probably put a recipe for you guys later, or maybe I'll make the next batch with you guys. Ah, what a mess I'm making, eh? Okay, need a little more oil on my hands. Yeah, you're gonna have to use lots of oil to do this kind of stuff too. And you can use any oil. I guess you can also use baby oil. I was using cooking oil, like olive. I mean, yesterday I was using my olive oil, like the one that I have for the doggy's paws. I have one bottle that's only for the dog, for her to give her a little bit of her food and for her paws. Well, this is pink, but it's gonna be as close as I can get it. So we need. Oh, I guess we needed more white than I thought. We need this big square of white and then only little squares of the red, and then have the red flag in the middle. Can I make it a little bit more color? What are you guys all doing today? I'm always interested to hear what other people are doing during their days. Like if you're working, what kind of work do you do? And if you're not working, what kind of thing, what kind of days do you have? What do you do? I'm trying to lift my mood and trying to move movie review. Oh, okay, nice. Crafting always changes my mood to a positive when I'm kind of like dull or uncreative. I just start thinking about I start watching like creative channels. I watch like, ideas, like craft ideas, whatever I want to kind of link it into. Oh, I'd like to put a four-leaf clover over. Four-leaf clover is nice because the Canadians need all the help they can get without the following's back in them village. And Black Death in 1990, or Black Death in 2019, and then it's no longer deadly. No, I did hear that. No, I don't really like. I mean, I'm a faith-based person, and I know that none of us are going to stay here forever. Like, I know that. Like, so I I know that there's a lot going on in the world, and there's shit going on in the world right now that I just can't believe how people treat elders, all that shit that's going on. It's driving me insane. I can't watch it. Like, I watched this video of this lady. ended up dying because these police officers um, didn't believe that she was having a freaking stroke or a heart attack, and her ankle was broken and she couldn't move, and she was like wanting to go back in the hospital, and they had discharged her, and and so anyways, they were rude to her. They're like, get in the car, you're going to jail. If we have to help you, you're going to jail. And the poor lady was thrown in the car like an animal. I mean, animals shouldn't even be treated like that, but people, that's just the figure of speech people use, right? But and then she's like, help, doctor, help. And one of the cops made a joke saying, oh, she called me a doctor. Ha 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 ha. And no doctor here. Da da da, right? And then they anyways, she was begging for help in the back of the seat of the friggin' bus or whatever, the van, police van they put her in. And they said about 20 minutes later, they didn't hear her anymore. And then they're like, oh, are you playing? Are you joking? Are you like, are you, and these officers weren't even, they were just leave of absence. They weren't even fired for that. They did nothing wrong. Why do you think I want to stay in my house? Why do you think I don't trust anybody? You see it every day, even when you don't try to watch anything. I have one news channel I follow, and I don't even try to follow a lot of news channels, but I still want to kind of see what's going on. But man, I just can't. I can see how a lot of people get angry and stuff when they watch it, because it just makes me angry, sad, depressed, and just, what's this world coming to? And it's like, what's going to happen to us when we get old, right? Like, what's going to happen to us when we get old? Are we going to get treated like that? And those people that treat those officers, the young people, like they treated that lady like that. Do they know what's coming for them? Like, do they know what their karma's got in store for them? Like, holy hell. God don't play. God may allow it, but God don't play. God don't play. So it just makes me so angry. So yeah, I don't even. It's why, that's why they don't have politics on YouTube and stuff. Let me read what you guys say. Harrowed relief clover. I'm thinking of taking wood burning back up and make the new pieces of wood. Yeah, wood burning is very cool, but don't do it don't do it with the electricity and stuff, because that's deadly. I've heard that people have died from that. Look nice today. My apologies. No, you can talk about it. I mean, it just like, don't you agree though? Like with that, like how they treat people, how they treat like elders and children and stuff. It's just wrong. Like, don't you agree with that though? Like, I can see what you're saying too. Like, me and my sister, like, we got it the other day, and like, she got mad at me because something, and I was like, no, I'm not saying I don't agree with you. I'm just saying I don't like to deal with it. And yeah, because well, we could be worried every day, but like, if we have faith in our creator, then we're supposed to just allow whatever, not allow, what do what we can to stop something or change something. But if we can't do anything about it, we're not supposed to worry ourselves about it, right? Like, we're supposed to ask the creator to change that or do something to change it. No, but yeah, no, I can just see why people always like get, like, but it's truthfully good to be honest about it, like how you feel about it, because, like, if you can't talk about it, then that's why there's so many depressed people, because you just can't talk about it. Like, even though you can't change it or you can't do anything about it, we can still talk about it. We can still like tell each other what we think about it, because that's how they're not going to divide us, because even though they do that kind of stuff, they're not going to divide us because we know what we know, right? No matter what they do, we know what we know. Yeah, I think a lot of us, we do agree on a lot of things. We just not aware what each other is really, what they really believe, because nobody's really feels safe to say it. Oh, you're crocheting? Right on. Oh, I mean, Trish, I didn't see that you were back. I do mine outside and I am very careful. That's good. And also be very careful with that electricity. Electricity can kill you inside and outside, right? So like electricity is like not something you want to mess with in a. Yeah, I like that too. I like having this healthy spiritual attitude, because, a lot of people have made fun of me for it, whatever. I don't care. It's not my problem. Their problem is not my problem. Them not knowing God is not my problem. I've known God my whole life. And I haven't always had the strength to believe as much as I do now. I learned a lot, going through a lot. Okay, I think I got it read enough now. Do you think? Been playing with it enough. And the more you play with this dough, the better it works. Like the better you can handle it. Like it's handled better. I agree, girlfriend. I was just happy to see you. I'm doing class. Oh, thank you. I think about all you guys. I think about everybody that comes and sees me, and I appreciate every single one of you. Like I honestly have a lot of trust issues, and when you guys get a vibe from me, it's probably because I'm having issues with my trust, right, with people, and I have good reason. I've been on YouTube like going on 4 years, and I've had people play the game with me a few times now. I've had people make me believe that they're following me and I'm in their tribe and they're part of my group and blah blah, and then find out that only maybe two out of 20 people actually meant it. But that's all part of it. It's all part of the world. What? Okay, we got a red ball. I'm gonna wash my hands because I don't want to get the white red. Let me go wash my hands. All right, that most of it washed off. It's pretty good. Um, 4-leaf clover. I don't know how to make, like, I don't have like a thingy for 4-leaf clover, but I don't gonna make that. But I don't know if I can do it. I don't even know if I can do that. 4-leaf clover. Oh, that's just like one, two. I could look it up. Clover. Clovers in. Oh, they're not hard to make, I guess. It's like almost like a heart. It's like four little hearts going around a stem. They kind of shaped like a heart, eh? Yeah. And a 4-leaf clover. Yeah, they're hard to find, the 4-leaf clover, huh? So we want We want the white first, so let me use this also to wipe this table off. I like color, so I always create weird colors together. I'm always like really hippie when it comes to my colors. And I got my spatula. This spatula is really these are awesome. The Betty Crocker um, silicone. All right, where's my little roller? My little roller, okay. It's not really meant to be used. I'm gonna actually cut the string off of it. It's annoying on here. I had it hanging in the kitchen. I know I'm definitely feel like I'm playing. Because I got miniature over here. Have you guys seen that channel where the lady makes like miniature food all the time? Have you guys seen it? So we're gonna make the square for the middle. I think I want to make it a little bit thicker. I'm gonna add a little bit more white. See, it doesn't even stick once it's cold. I'm sorry you've gone through a lot. Sweets, you are valued and are appreciated. Somebody beat me to reading my mind. Aw, thank you guys. Editing, yeah, I like editing too. I want to get like better at it. I have so much videos to edit, but I actually want to wait to edit until I have more memory so I can like not have to worry about my computer crashing, by having all that stuff on there. Plus, having all these apps open, it's a little bit hard on a computer. I need my computer actually revamped. I need my computer cleaned out, all that stuff. I need to take it to the computer doctor. So I'm a little nervous to do a lot of different things on my computer right now till it's cleaned out, cleared up. We'll get it done. I got it. I got some help now. I got some help with the stuff that I am having a hard time helping doing. I have like a kind of like a life coach right now. It's a counselor / life coach. Okay, I'm pretty lucky right now. I feel pretty blessed because I called in the right help for myself. So, you guys, Earth angels are really real. They exist. They exist. I'm telling you. Wait a minute. You're not wrong about enough space on our computers. Must love to you. Love to you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going through a rough patch at the moment. From betrayal, trauma, very interesting. Such a healing for the very first time. That's good that you're finally healing. It's a lot of us women, especially if we have kids, we always feel like we don't deserve. We don't. We're tough. We don't need any healing. We'll be fine as long as our kids are fine. That's how we always feel. But then, really, we're not. We're not. We just cover it up until it bursts, until it just like No matter what we do in our life, the same problems keep creeping up, the same issues, the same betrayals, the same stuff. So when we're done with allowing ourselves to be beat up like that with energy with people, then we got to put what do you call it, boundaries. We got to put boundaries up. um, and if people don't have good intentions, then they don't need to be around us. It's like I took this this class. It was called Getting Ahead, and I already knew this as an energy person, and as like energy reader. Like, I've read people for years. I've guessed people and what they're kind of going through. Like, I've like been on spot, and I have never had cards back then. um but people were always surprised that I knew. But anyways, um and then I forget what I was saying, because I'm doing crafts, because I do this when I don't really think, when I really have to think. um This is like easy for me because I don't have to think. But anyways, let me know what I was talking about, and then I'll keep going on about the story. Oh, about like who are the 5 people in your life? And then I heard a reader the other day. For the first time, I heard a reader mention that about like it's kind of like the law of attraction thing. It has to do with the law of attraction. Like, okay, so who are the 5 people in your life every day? Who are the 5 people that you surround yourself? Whether you talk to them on the phone, they're in your home, or they're around you on a daily basis. That's gonna be how you're gonna be. Like, that's kind of like the personality you're gonna kind of take on. So we always got to remember that. So if we have to work in a negative place, then we definitely need to have a place where we can go and just have our own serenity, right? Um, well, I used to, like, before, I like when I worked, and I never really opened up to anybody at work before. And then at lunchtime, I would ask for an hour for lunch. I would literally need an hour for lunch, because I needed to go to a place where I could have my lunch, and I could also be by myself and smoke my joint too, but also be by myself for that hour, and have clear mind. And so there's one time I went and worked at I was working in a greenhouse, and I went down this one road, and they had like this little like water area there where you can like pull in, and like you can sit there. So I did that. I went and like sat on the docks there. There's like this little docks. But yeah, I remember that. But yeah, it's good to have a place. Thank you for your support. As appreciate it. And the doctor mentioned what you're saying about how how you use how us women hide our pain, fake it until we make it. Yep, betrayed trauma, because we don't want to admit that someone hurt us like that, because we did nothing to deserve it. So if you tell somebody that happened to you, you feel like that person's going to be like, well, what did you do to deserve that, kind of like thing, right? Like, so a lot of times we just keep it to ourselves. We chose to not we chose to stick around. So in the end, it's our choice to not stay around that long or not. But the way that we get manipulated, we actually think we actually have hope. And so talking to people about it, sometimes we feel like we'll be the ones judged. Like, you could have left, right? That's kind of like how I feel about that. So I think that's why a lot of women don't open up, because of that. They feel like they will be judged for it. And especially on social media, we do get judged. We get judged for things we had no control over. But we gotta remember that where it's coming from, and that person probably has never had anything happen to them in their life, and their karma's coming. Just all we have to worry about. We don't have to worry about it, because everybody gets their karma. Rich, poor, whatever. We all get our karma. Everyone. And none of us have none. We all have some type of karma. If it's not our karma, it's our family, our history. And that's why it's important for us to change it. I hope that's long enough. You like it? Thanks. It looks like kind of like those candy, those what you may call it, they're coconut candy, Mexican candy. Um, those are good. Well, that may be a little bit thin. Maybe a little bit more. Where'd everybody go? I'm just gonna, I mean, you guys can talk with me or you can come and go. I'm just chilling. I'm just doing what I normally would do, but I'm doing it with you guys. Okay, so well, that's not quite big enough. You're looking good enough to eat. I'm thinking of candy too. It's a little wider. Ah. How wide is it? Anybody want to come over and play? Come play with me. Come and play with me. Who's coming to play with me? Ah! Come on. Turn around. Okay. I'm making a Canadian flag, Trish. Making Canada better again. Making Canada better again. Let's all make Canada better. Make Canada better. Right. Yeah, I'm doing what I would normally do, but I'm doing it with you. What are you doing? You're doing crocheting. Yeah, what I did the other day, I was bad girl. I was bad girl the other day. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I literally did not feel good the next day. Well, you learn. You know, I was just thinking, like, I have to be careful what I do. I'm a public figure now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be doing random stuff like that. I can't do that. And I don't, not random. Like, it's the first time I ever did it was years and years ago. And yeah, I want to try to see what it was like now. But I shouldn't have done it online, Trish. That's all I'm saying. Because my mom went to the doctor's office and they literally asked her if she was doing drugs, if she was doing any kind of drugs. I'm like, then I kind of felt guilty. I'm like, they probably think that because somebody saw me doing something the other day, experimenting with something. And I don't do that. My family don't like do that stuff. Like, I wouldn't even tell her that I did that. So that's why I'm like, I wish I didn't do it online. Do you know what I mean? Ba 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 ba. Because when people judge me, they judge my family. When people judge my family, they judge me. That was my bad. Oh well. Oh well, I learned from it, and you know what? Lots of people do worse. So whatever. They're just hiding it. See, I'm too open, and that's why I'm so vulnerable. I'm open and I'm vulnerable, and people have like bad intentions sometimes. For people that are just kind of very free with their words and what their life, like, being very open. Let's see what I can do with the middle. I don't know what I'm going to make for the middle. I'm going to see if I can. Oh, yeah. So if I do it for a color, then I would need to make green one. I think I'm just going to put a little heart in there. I'm all about hearts. Hearts is always my thing. Maybe I put a heart. I'm going to try out these little things. I got this like sculpting tools. These like things. Not the heart. Choose wisely. I don't know if I can do the other one. I'm just gonna make a Mexican flag. Let's do the eagle. Put the eagle on it. All right. So I could probably draw it first. The Canadian flag. All right, we're gonna try do the flag. In history, it is very dark. Oh, the heart? No, it's two hearts, isn't it? Isn't it the two hearts? It's about the the sex crime and that's going on, the cult. I just like hearts because I'm the lovers. I'm Gemini. I've seen the heart thing like about like um the two hearts. History and humanity is very dark, and we have no clue of all these years before. Yeah, it's so true. We actually talked about that today. how the German Mennonite girls, they were just basically raised to have children and be a housewife. And a lot of the girls, um, they kind of like rebelled against that, right? Like I was one of those that rebelled against that. Um, yeah, I wanted children to love me, and I wanted like my own children that would love me no matter what, you know. That's why I had children, is because children, they are supposed to love you no matter what. And but I never wanted to be like, like that housewife that stays at home while her husband goes and does whatever the hell he wants and does whoever he wants. And I never wanted that kind of like relationship with a man. um so I never wanted to be the wife because I thought that's what wives got treated like. um so women and girls are here for more than just having children and be a wife and clean the house and make cooking and stuff. We're here for so much more. We have great intuition. We have really good ideas. We are very strong, um, mentally and spiritually, which is the strength that matters. Is our spiritual and our mental strength is the what is going to get us through this life or not. It's not our physical strength. Um, it's good to have physical strength, but it's not what's going to get us through this world. And I'm just keep looking at the flag because I'm trying to make the flag. Trying to do the flag right. Three leaf, yeah, that may be a little easier, but I'm gonna try first through the flag behind me. See, oh, it's behind there, right, or my window. I'm gonna try for the flag, but I don't have the maple leaf. Yeah, that's what I meant. You know what I meant. Okay, so it's a Jew. Okay, so I'm gonna start from the top because we're gonna do the top first, like this, like this. Like this. Oh, I did it wrong. I think I'm gonna have to cut myself up a little paper and do it on paper first. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna have to do. I need a cigarette too after this. I need a new coffee. I asked my son to make me coffee. I just stomped my feet. I just literally went, oh. I just literally stomped my feet. Nick, make me coffee. I just stomped my feet like a little kid. Oh. I'm sweet and make you laugh. Thanks. All right, we're gonna try it. Try again. And put that. I'm gonna cover that so I want to get wet. I hope that stays together. I hope that stays together. It looks really yummy. Like I feel like eating those coconut things. Here's my little heart I made earlier. My heart I made earlier. Kind of looks like a pretzel. Oh, I almost lit it the wrong side. My friend Spirit Forest Tammy she's premiering in 30 minutes. She never goes live. She went live like a couple times when COVID was going on, but now she hasn't been live at all. But she always posts this beautiful, awesome, great freaking videos. Amazing. That woman is amazing. I would love to go see her one day. I just seen her notification come up. That's why I just said it. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Yeah, I need a new one. Nick! Nicholas! Nicholas! Nick! Nikolai! Nickelodeon! Oh, the wrong one. I wanted a pen. Pen, no. Pencil. Pencil. Let me see if I can draw a maple leaf. Like they have the Canadian one here. I mean, I don't think they did a very good job making that one. Kind of looks like a king, um, the maple leaf kind of looks like the like a crown on the top. And then we'll stick to traditional since other symbols can mean bad things and we don't know, and then we end up putting it out there and then people get us wrong, and then we end up calling the wrong energy into our world. Right? Okay. Let's just do it the right way. And I ain't gonna be perfect, but kind of like that. That's what that one. Okay, I'll show you guys. This is what that one looks like. See? There it is. See, I show you guys. Oh, now you can see the top of my head. And you can see my bunny. Hello. Okay, let's cut this out. I don't even know. I'm not gonna do that's not a very good job, but it's kind of like the guide for it. Hey Nick. Nicholas. Hey Nicholas. Headphones. I hate headphones. Never get the kids' attentions. Nick. Nicholas. I need like a little secretary. Somebody make me coffee. Go make me something to eat when I'm hungry. I don't know how to draw. I don't know how to do a maple leaf. I mean, I know how to do one, not like that one, though. That's not what I'm going to do. You might get mad at me for not telling me sooner what the heart represented in ancient texts, artifacts, or archaeology translated of symbol is frightening. So again, I'm stressed. I will look it up tonight. Okay, I'm totally into like history and stuff. Sorry, I forgot to point it down. Um, I'll totally look at that tonight. I love learning about history. And I don't get mad. I look at I research it. I don't get mad at people. But I don't mind a debate. Like, I mean, I can debate with people. I can debate with some of the best people if they don't get mad. Like, I'm a good debater if people don't get mad. But people usually get mad because if they feel like that I feel like I'm right, then they always feel like that they have to argue and start getting mad about it. No, I don't get mad. I just look at the research. I'm just gonna make the actual leaf a try. And yeah, the thing I was more, when we were younger, the thing I was more worried about is the stars. Like what star meant what. That's the thing I was worried about. Like, there's a star, that the only star was ever talked about, like, was either the star, like, the northern star at Christmas, or the other star, that was a bad star, the witchcraft star, or whatever. I do the 5 pointed star. My 5 pointed star is earth, water, fire, and air, and spirit, which is God, and so creator. That's the star that I represent into the world. So I know about stars, and I do know about like the symbols of the two hearts or whatever. And it's supposed to be like, for me, when I think about two hearts, I think about love, like lovers, two people together, lovers. And I don't know if there's a difference, but like I think the bad stars, well, there's two, I mean stars, hearts. The bad hearts that would there's two of them, like the one that has the two hearts that are bad, I think is like the big heart and the small heart, which is about the P word that we can't say. Right, the Star of David symbol is a tricky one. There is also the Star of David. Yeah, the Star of David. Yeah, my little brother was really into that, like really researching. You know what he told me? Like, uh, maybe, like, he told me this a few times when he was younger. Then he told me that again later. He told me he was the sacrificial lamb, is what he told me. And I didn't understand any of that stuff at the time. And that's kind of like what I feel like that people did to him. But I got to put a different one on there. This is too sharp. Because his name was David. But yeah. And his name was David because we had an Uncle David. My mom named him after her brother. I got a round one here too. I've always kind of been an activist my whole life. I've always been standing up for people, especially women. I've always stood up for women in many ways. I'm just going to make a leaf that I can. I'm just going to, use my intuition and let my guides help me. Let my guides help me make a leaf here. I don't know. 4-leaf clover. Let's try that. I mean, 3-leaf clover. Um, Not working. So when is when's the next full moon? I haven't even looked it up lately, but when is the next full moon? Anybody know that? That's too thick. I don't have the right one here. Because I've been doing the full moon and new moon readings. There we go. And I'll get to Libra and the rest of the signs for work and stuff. I will do it. I don't like to do so much that I don't want to do it anymore. I don't like to do it to the point where I get sick of it. Why isn't this one not going in? Oh, why isn't this not going in now? March 7th? That's Aries. I think it's Aries new moon or full moon. Is it an Aries new moon? Yeah, I know. There's a lot of witchcraft that was done. Um, and that's why I'm not into witchcraft. I think it's evil, what they do. I just about made a Pac-Man. I don't know what to make. Maybe I'll just make a Pac-Man. March 7th. Yeah, Pac-Man. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think my brother was sacrificed by certain people that thought that he should be sacrificed because their sister died, and he didn't do that. He didn't do it to her. He didn't inject her with drugs, and he didn't make her have a, uh, a blood infection. It's her mother who did it, her own mother. And that's who has my niece. You know, those people have my niece. So yeah, I worry about my niece. And I think they sacrificed my brother. They had a hit on him. I think they had a hit on him because the woman that has my little niece, she said to me, she's like, "Where is he? Where is he?" And I said, "He's in jail." "Yeah, right, you're lying. You're lying." She started to fight with me, and I tried to reason with her, and no, she was an evil cunt. See you next Tuesday. And I pray for that little baby girl. I pray for that, she can be in our life too. So they will get theirs. Karma is a bitch. I never tried to hurt them. Look what I just made, a tree, and I didn't even plan on making a tree. I mean, I should just make a tree. You know, it's nature. We should just all think of nature, and it should be our tree that should be in a flag anyway. Shouldn't just be a leaf. It should be a tree, a whole tree. So there we go. And I'm just saying it because that's just what I think. That's just my opinion. Because nature is beautiful. And like I said, I have to leave it up to God. And when I told those That when I told that girl, I said, like I was like that I was in a different spot. Then I just didn't know. Like I said, I told her, I said, about God, and then she said, "Oh, you're hilarious." She's like, "God isn't even real," and she's like, "You're stupid, and you're this," and she was so immature, and she has my niece. She has, and that's I'm supposed to be okay with that. Someone that thinks God's a joke, yeah. And then they have certain people in my family believe that they're good people. That's what drives me nuts. That right there. But God is greater than anything on earth. And I have faith that I will be able to be around that little girl, and she's going to get to know her auntie, and she's going to love her auntie, and she's going to be so creative with me. I have dreams. hmm I'm just waiting patiently, all in divine timing. I'm just putting little holes in this little tree. Yeah, I believe. I believe. And you know what? God has already done some amazing things in my life. He has brought people in my life that are now here for my good, for my highest good, not people that think nothing of me and they think that I'm just here to exist for them. Like God has brought me people in my life now that know that that are here for me, and they that are letting me know that I exist for a reason, not just for another person. I don't just exist for other people. So I'm very, very, very blessed right now. I'm gonna put a little oil on there to just to wet it. I'm gonna put a little oil on this one just to wet it. So yeah, sometimes I guess people say things and it triggers you to say things that you want to say, that I've been keeping to myself. I keep a lot of shit to myself because as soon as I mention something like that, then that's where the trolls come in and they leave me nasty comments on my channel and stuff. And I know they're still watching me, but good, keep on watching because you know what? One day she will. One day she will watch and she will make a decision. Yeah, can't stop me. No. Look what I made, you guys. There. I made a tree. It's a red tree, but it's a tree. Well, we have there's such things as red trees too, so there we go. It's not like a super awesome unique or anything, but yeah, patiently just finally finished reading the book of Job. I read the gospel years ago. It is why Jesus said, this is this and Jesus and that needs to complete Old Testament and go back to the gospel again. Yeah, that's why I like my oracles. The oracles are a lot like the gospel, eh? I've literally actually thought about like going to read for the elders in the nursing homes because they're so lonely. They have no entertainment and just like some hope, if I went to read for them just as a volunteer and just like, go read my oracle reads to them, they can choose whether they want an angel message or a different oracle message about wisdom. Like they already have the wisdom, so but yeah, I would like to do that. Maybe I've been thinking a lot about that. I've been thinking about it more and more. I used to work in a nursing home, and I'm thinking about going to that one, the one I used to work at. Not that any of the people that were there when I was working there will be there, and that's kind of sad. Why I haven't never went back because they're going to be all strangers to me because all the people that were there when I was there, they're probably they're already on the other side. So yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna look up that what it means to what yeah in the history about the hearts. And it also like in there's the good meanings and bad meanings for everything really. Um and also in the and the Once Upon a Time show, the TV show Once Upon a Time, the Wicked Witch, she takes people's hearts and she controls them. And I've literally met people like that. That was really nice. I heard that um, instead of tarot, that the people can read oracle cards on their own. Yeah, exactly. But isn't it nice to have somebody read for you? Like in any book is more fun when there's two people reading it. Like when my last boyfriend I was with, we used to read together. Like we would take like I would do part of the book and then he would do part of the book. We actually went through this like book. We did we went through this book here, Grief and Recovery, but we kind of gave up halfway through. But we would do that. Like I would read some of it and then he would read some of it. Yeah, we did stuff like that together. Yeah, this is very good Play-Doh that I made here. Like this one is very good. And so to store it too, if you're not going to do it all at once, to store it, you just put it in like a plastic bag and seal it in a container and put it in a and even put it in the fridge. And then like when you want to use it, just leave it out for a bit till it gets room temperature. I identify as a witch and I am not evil, nor do I do evil things. I know there's people that call themselves white witches and stuff like that, but if you like the pagan, that's the pagan religion. It's not about like so like to a witch to me is pagan. That's what a witch is. Like that to me is pagan religion and I'm not any religion. So that's what I was talking to my sister about. I said, whether you're pagan, whether you're Christian, especially if you're Christian, if you call yourself a Christian, you're not safe anymore in this world. And we all have different ways that we believe in things, right? And to not be put in a box, because I don't live in a box, I live outside the box. But, anyways, not to be put in a box like that. I don't have a religion. My religion is God and Jesus. And all things that I do here on earth are just part of my fun as a child, a creative child of God that figures stuff out here on this earthly realm. Earthly, it's like all my tools and toys to play with. So, and I'd only play with toys and tools that bring me good things, not the bad things. That's right. No one is safe anymore. But if you don't have a religion, well, then they can't say, "Well, I'm killing you because you believe this." Like you believe you like it doesn't even matter what you believe. It's like what you call yourself. Okay, so if you're the worst person in the world and you call yourself a Christian, well, that a lot of people have used that as to like use people or to manipulate people. People have used religion and stuff like that, words of kindness, to manipulate people. So just because someone gives himself a title doesn't mean to me that I'm going to give you more respect. Just because you're a Christian, Catholic, whatever, religious person, if you don't show me respect, I don't give you nothing. Just because you have the title doesn't mean you act it. And that's why I don't have any titles, because I act differently every day. I can't live by those rules that men made for us, or women, whoever, people, humans. I can only live by God's rules and God's law, not the people's law, if that makes sense. I don't mind obeying as long as it's for the right reasons. And man's control and stuff is not for me to obey. I was a daughter of a father. I was raised by my father outside, and I sit there, and my sister's telling me she was making today. My oldest sister is telling me, oh, when our parents went to this town one time, whatever, and she was this old, and so she ended up going to kill a turkey, and she cooked that turkey while they were gone. She was like 8, 9 years old. She went and killed a turkey to make supper for when they came home. Like, where was I? I don't remember that. And that's because I was never inside cooking and doing anything inside. I may have swept the floor here and there, brought wood in, but like I did not bake, cook, clean, whatever. I didn't do any of that stuff. I was outside. I was working on cars, hands in the oil, the grease. Yeah, I just made a worm. So this is pretty durable. I like this one. So the recipe for this one, I didn't really measure, but the things I put in there was I just went by eye, like whenever it felt right. I'm a believer in the Bible, and I do believe the Bible a lot. I believe things that happen in the Bible, but I don't follow everything that happened in the Bible. Like, okay, so I believe in the Bible. I believe things that are in the Bible, that I believe that what's in the Bible, but I don't believe that we're supposed to repeat everything that's in the Bible. I don't think we're supposed to repeat everything that's in the Bible, because in the Bible, family killed each other. So we're supposed to learn from the things that happen in the Bible. Yes, that's why we're supposed to read the Bible, is to learn from it, not follow it like to the T, like that. So you're supposed to understand it. So only people with a higher knowing can understand it. That's why back in the day they thought only priests could read the Bible, or were allowed to. And to me, that means that you have to fully trust the priest. If the priest was also only, you're supposed to, that's supposed to be like your guide, but we can't trust that anymore. We have to figure that out for ourselves, what's true, what's not. So we have to learn to understand the Bible ourselves. And when I was going through like a lot of things, and I left a person that did a really bad things to himself, and which affected the whole family, and he wouldn't stop, and he wouldn't get help, and whatever, and I left that. I was so lost. I had almost given up my hope and my faith. Like, I had almost given up. I was just waiting for my life to end. And I ended up going like to like a free yard sale, when people put it on the road and you go pick it up, whatever. And I just made this cool little square. But I found this tarot. I found this deck of tarot cards in a box with all the kit and everything, how to do it and how to learn about it and all that. Brought it home, opened the book and read it a little bit. Did myself a reading. I got the High Priestess right away. And the High Priestess, I read it out of that book, and the High Priestess said that I was going to be doing in my future, and that's how I never gave up, because I knew I had a future. I knew my life wasn't over. And what I was going to do in the future, I was going to either get into bibliology, bibliology, or the psychic clairvoyance, the tarot and psychic clairvoyance. And so now I'm doing both. So here I am doing both 10 years later, or 11, 12 years later now. Here I am doing both of them now. So, and after that, I met like a palm reader. I also met a medium. I met another intuitive lady. She was more into the craft, you know. So I met 3 different ladies, and then I also had my mother-in-law, my ex-mother-in-law. She was Native American. And then I also had my best friend, Thelma, and she was also Native American, and she was also like an elder. And so I've been taught by many. I didn't learn this alone. I've had, other spiritual help. And my way, if I were to have to pick a religion, I would say Native American. So there you go. That's me. Like I would pick that. I would pick that. Yeah. So isn't that cool? I don't know what it is. But it's a little square. And that was fun to make. Anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with me and just like letting me just talk about whatever. Sometimes we got to do that, and the best time to do that is when I'm doing crafts. So I think they met Jesus before, so it's called I can't say that word. Pertains. Oh, they had to read the whole book, not just parts of it. I did the Bible and the Gospel and finished the whole book because of all of them mentions mentors and this one thing in common. I was raised as a Mennonite German kid, like for most of my life, and we had to learn the books. Like we had to learn the Bible, the Catechism, and the Feeble. The Feeble was like the first book. The Feeble was the first book, and then we had to move to the Catechism was the next class, and then after the Catechism was the Bible, and the Bible was the final book that you learn. So I was taught like that. So yeah, we're gonna dry this one too, and maybe tomorrow or something I could start painting that little house. And I got more here, so if anybody wants to come over and do some stuff. See, it's nice and cool now. It's nice and cool down now, and it's perfect. And it's still very soft because I haven't really played with it. The more you play with it, the harder it gets. Okay, this is a personal journey, having been inspired by mentors who had read the Bible fully and completely. That's good. Yeah, that's the way it's supposed to be. And I actually have never read the whole Bible, I don't think. I mean, maybe when we were at school, but I don't remember it then because I couldn't understand what I was reading. because it was a different type of writing and stuff. And so now they make the Bibles more understandable, like more for us to understand more plain words. And for some are, I can interpret it. I can interpret them, uh, words that some people may not understand. Um, I probably know enough about the Bible to teach kids. Like, you know what I mean? About the Bible. Like, I probably know enough about the Bible as we stand to teach kids about it, about God and about the Bible. Um, I wouldn't say I wouldn't say I would want to go up in the church and start speaking or anything like that. Oh, but you never know. You never know where life is going to take me. Because I'm kind of open to beautiful things in my life. Um, my work and spiritual journey at the same time. I just got through a job pronouncing like Joe. Oh, it's a book? Ah! Okay. Do you think I'm gonna see? Is JB still in here? I'm gonna see if this will stick to the ceiling. Okay, let's see. JB, you still here? Let's see. All right, let's do this. Okay, here I go. You guys ready? Okay. Should I leave it up there now? I gotta cook some supper. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Okay, I gotta move. Come on, up. Come on, out, 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 out. Ah! Come on, go. Okay, I just made a mess. Okay, thank you guys for being here. See you later on. I don't know. Maybe I will do a reading later. If not, in tomorrow. Yeah, the book job is in the Bible. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. I literally have my Bible right here. I'll show you which one I have. Actually, I have a few of them. I have two Bibles. Okay, so this is the real one. I got this one. It is the Master Reference Edition. It talks about our dreams and how God talks to us in them, and they are called night visions. Night visions, and people call them also premonitions. Sometimes. So I also have this one here. This is just a devotional book. It was written by a woman in her life, I think, and it was her experience, I think, with the Bible. So this book I have too. I was going to give this one to my sister and her daughters. Ooh. I fixed one of my cards, one of my angel tarot, because it was these ones are like two pieces of paper stuck together, and one of them, and they got wet. So this is the only deck that kind of got wrecked, and only one card. So I glued it back together, and I had it laying under my Bible for like a week already, 2 weeks maybe. I think they're good to go, Nigga. I think they're good to go again. I may one day give away some of my cards or whatever, or auction them out, whatever you want to say. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Sharon. I had an awesome conversation with you guys, all of you guys, and especially you, Sharon. You brought a lot to the table, and I love when you guys come in here and talk to me. And Job 30, chapter 33, verse 16 is what I learned, where I learned that. Okay. 33:16. Okay, I will write that down, and then I will look it up on. You can look it up on the internet, right? Okay. The book, and it's spelled Joeb. Is it spelled like Job, or is it spelled Joe? Job. Job. Chapter now makes coffee. I was bugging him a while ago. I was stomping my feet even, and now he makes coffee. And verse 16. All right, I will look that up. No E? Okay. Thank you, girl. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here. I'll see you guys later. I hope I've inspired somebody else to go and play around and do something fun. Have a great evening. Goodbye. Oh, pronounce it B. Thank you, Trish.